Good afternoon. Today in our lecture series we are studying about bubble sort. This is our lecture number 40. Before moving forward, I would like to first tell you the definition of simple sorting. What is sorting? Sorting allows you or gives you a way in which you can arrange some numbers or alphabet in a particular order. If we talk about numbers, then we can sort the numbers or we can place the numbers in two ways, either in ascending mode or in descending mode. What is the meaning of that? In ascending mode, we will put those numbers which have the lower value in the front first, and then we will place those elements which have the higher value in the last. And if we talk about alphabets, then as per the alphabetically order, in the alphabetical order, they will be placed in the ascending order. And if we go for descending order, they will we will starting from Z to A. So, simple definition of bubble sort is, it is the simplest sorting algorithm. But how I can tell you, or in easier manner I can tell you what a bubble sort algorithm is or how it works, is by taking an example of a simple bucket. If I have a bucket like this, and if there is some liquid in this bucket, then all those bubbles which are there in this liquid, maybe of aerated CO2, aerated O2, they will rise to the top. So all the bubbles will rise to the top in the end, giving us the liquid at the bottom and the bubbles at the top. So that is the concept behind the bubble sort. What bubble sort do? It simply rises, simply after every pass rises the smallest or the largest element to the top. So how it works? After every pass we take the first element and we take the bubbles, and after every pass whatever the largest element is there, that will be rising to the top, or in the case of array that will be rising to the end of the list. So how we work, or how bubble sort work? Simple bubble sort algorithm is like this. I will take a list first. What is the meaning of list? You can take any number of elements, any number of array elements, let's say 12, 13, 7, 5, let's say 8, or 2, and 21. So these are some number of elements available with me. What I have to do, I have to take the bubble over the first two elements. That means at the very first time I have only two bubbles. Okay, so in those bubbles the values representing are 12 and 13. I will check whether they are in correct order. If I am putting the largest element to the end of the list, in my case that is the case, then if first number is greater than second number, then we will swap it. Otherwise they are in the correct order. If we are taking the ascending order, then 12 should always come before 13. So they are in correct order, so we will do nothing. We will just move the bubble from these two elements to these two elements. So now the structure would look something like this, and my bubble would be over these two elements, 13 and 7. So now you can check, 13 has the higher value and 7 has the lower value. So as per their bubbles, if I have to make a rising of the bubble to the last, the highest bubble, then I should do what? I should swap these two elements. That means it would look something like this. Okay, now bubble is at this place. What I can do, I can take the next element, include it into bubble, and then again I can check whether this element and this element, whether they are in correct order. These two are not in correct order, so they will again swap. 8 will come here, 13 will come here, 2 and 21. And bubble is at 13. So 13 will be matched with 2 again. These two will also not in correct order, so they will get interchanged, and 13 is having the bubble again, and we will match 13 with 21. Now these two are in correct order, right? So as we can see, at the end of one transaction, my largest element is at the last. This is my largest element, 21 is my largest element, it is at the last. So what I can do in the next pass now, I'll only go and evaluate only up to the second last element. That means after first pass, I will make sure the remaining list, whatever the number in the remaining lists are there, the maximum number from that list will rise to the top of the list. That is only up to this wall. This is a wall. I am creating a wall because after that wall, all the elements are in sorted order. So simple algorithm for this is, I am taking the algorithm, I am taking the list, that means these are the elements, I am taking into that. For all elements of list, what I have to do, I have to just match the first or second element, second or third element, third or fourth element. That means whatever the value of I is there, I will match it with the next indexed element, and if the element which is at lower index is higher, is at the higher side, that means that is greater than that element which is at the next index, then I will swap these two elements. I have taken the same example, I have explained it, and after that we are just returning the list. Returning the list after the whole passes. We have only taken the one list. While we have performed this operation, then we have checked again. If all elements are sorted, then we'll stop it, otherwise we'll continue. So this is the simple example which I have just shown. First we have these two elements 14 and 33. Since these two are in sorted order, we are doing nothing. Then we are taking next two elements 33 and 27. Since these two are not in order, what we have to do, we have to swap these two elements. So after swapping, I get the array like this. So I have array like this. What I can do, I can move to next two elements, that is 33 and 35. Since these two are also in the sorted order, so I am directly moving to next elements. Next two elements are 35 and 10. These two are not in sorted order, so I am swapping these two. So after swapping, I get a structure like this, and in the end, the largest element is at the last of the list. And I will continue with the next pass. What is my next pass? How many elements I have in the next pass? I have 14, I have 27, then I have 33, and I have 10. Then again I will start with 14 and 27. These two are at correct places. Then I will swap 27 and 33. These two are also at correct places. So I will move to next two elements 33 and 10. I will check these two elements. These two are not at correct places because 33 is greater than 10, and so what we have to do, we have to swap these two elements. So after swapping, since whole list, we have exhausted the whole list, so 33 has rose to the bottom of the list, whatever the pending list is there, this has rose to the top of that. Now I have only left with 14, 27 and 10, and this procedure will go on till I get the sorted list. So this is simply the procedure, how I am going to do it. I will take a list of array of items, then I will run the loop till the list count. For example, if I have 5 elements, so I will run the loop till 5 minus 1. So for I equal to 0, for I equal to 0 to loop minus 1, because if I am taking array of 5, then elements would be from A0 to A of 4. Okay, so elements would be from A of 0 to A of 4. So I am taking another variable. Which I am calling as swap, and I am setting it as false. Then I am starting another loop. I am taking another variable to update the index. From J0 to loop minus 1, what I have to do, I have to check every element. If they are not in correct order, what we have to do, we have to call a function and we have to swap them. And after swapping them, I am updating this parameter to true. Okay. So after this one pass has been completed, but I have to perform this operation, whole operation in many passes. So in that case, this for loop will perform all those passes. This will go one time, then it will update the value, it will check, if not swapped, then break, it will check whether the element has been swapped or not. It will again go and update the value of I equal to 1, then again this operation will perform for the first pass and so on. So this was the simple bubble sorting technique. This can work where you have less number of items, but if you have a large number of items, in that case the complexity of bubble sort will reach up to O(n) square. So a bubble sort is only used in that cases where the number of size, or you can say the number of items, are very less. Thank you.